What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, we're pumped to be here. Y'all see already, today is Rob Squad and the creators. We are so pumped up for what we have in store. But before we get started, if you guys are new, we want to welcome you to the channel. You are here with your boy, Jay.
Hey, y'all. You're also here with your girl, Amber, and a very special guest today. Today we have Mr. Michael Simon. He has been a producer for decades, most famously for VH1 Storytellers and a very, very fun one, Ridiculousness. Today he's got some fun music in store for us.
Thank you so much for having me. And, again, this will be the second installment. I think I have a classic for you guys, which you'll really like, but we'll see.
We were pumped up with the first one. If you guys haven't seen it yet,
on a roll.
Michael gave us the Eurythmics, and it was absolutely amazing from the VH1 Storytellers. So we're super excited to see what we get today. But before we get into that, make sure you guys like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily videos and the Rob Squad and the Creators videos with awesome guests like with Mr. Michael Simon today. What song you got for us, Mike?
So we have the Johnny Cash classic Ring of Fire, but we have an added treat. He's going to be next to Willie Nelson, and they're going to be doing it together in a really interesting way. So I'm guessing most of our viewers know the original. This is the stripped down again from Storytellers. So we'll see what you guys say, and we'll see what the people say.
It's always fascinating to me whenever we get to like duos, and you just get two people who you would never imagine, like the Kate Bush and
Peter Gabriel.
And the Peter Gabriel is like, what in the world?
But this I feel like you can see together. I mean, these are two country music,
such a deep burly voice, and then such a light nasally voice. I'm kind of excited to see how this mix is going to go. So we are ready to get into it. We are pumped up for this, Michael. Thank you so much. Let's check out Ring of Fire with Mr. Willie Nelson and one of Mom's favorites, Johnny Cash. Let's get it.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and
I just smile when I see Johnny and Willie.
Burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire.
Oh, that Johnny Cash voice.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
I just can't help but smile during this one.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
This is just two of the sweetest souls that I mean you could possibly put together. You get, and it's sad because you get an older Johnny Cash. You see that he's aging, and we've gone through our journey of Johnny Cash from young Johnny Cash to obviously what this is now, and for him to still just kind of have that sweet innocence to his voice, even though it's still very deep and it's burly, it's got that manly voice. It is still keeps that innocence to me, and then you got old Willie over here. There's so much you could say about Willie.
Well, see, what I love about this setting so incredibly much is we talk about how music is like a connection, right? And I feel like right here we're seeing a connection between two artists. I don't feel like it's like we're watching a big production. I don't feel like anything is like you see that is rehearsed. I feel like you just see like music at its core, like what these artists want to do with the song and how it makes them feel. And so it naturally flows. I love how Willie comes in. And I love the guitar solo that Willie had. It was very simple. It's very beautiful. And I forgot the name of Willie's guitar. That bothers me.
Oh, it's cool though, because we have an RSR family member whose uncle actually makes Willie's guitars.
Yeah. Don't you love that?
Like personally hand makes
Don't you love that?
So Yeah, that is.
So I have a great postscript, which I'll tell after we play the whole song about this, which is a wonderful sort of personal thing which happened. But, just looking at this, I mean, we're so blessed to still have Willie Nelson around.
Yeah.
And, we were blessed to grow up in a time where Johnny Cash was making music. And when we had the two of them together, I remember talking to a director of photography. And there was a certain shot, which is sort of from the side, and you had both their heads. I said, that's like the Mount Rushmore shot. To me, these guys should be put up in Mount. Forget about the president. Put like Willie and Johnny and B.B. King.
Right, the highwaymen.
Exactly.
Right.
And, yeah, it was like this was one of those things where like I was shooting and I was kind of pinching myself like I'm getting paid to do this. I'm getting paid to work.
Right.
I'm so glad you said that because I was going to say like you guys and the people in the audience are so darn lucky. You just get to sit there. I mean, just them on that little platform, all eyes on them, and listen to them sing. Would be phenomenal.
To your point, you don't gotta do a lot. You got these two guys. Basically, don't screw it up.
and it's really cool because we see two very monumental men in a very humble setting making beautiful music.
Very well put. Just legends, two absolute legends in their own right. Let's get back to it, guys. This is beautiful. Let's get back.
The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
It's like such an intimate moment.
And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Wow.
That's so beautiful.
And it's funny to me, you bring us these two paired because when I think of country, these may be the two first names that I honestly think of. And I'm gonna add Hank Williams in there as well. But like as far as men country artists go, they're top 2 or 3 I think of. Yeah,
and what I love so much is this song has crossed so many decades. I mean, when it first came out, what it had done for listeners, and then right here, what we saw them do on stage together towards the end of Mr. Johnny Cash's career. And then it's really touching because this is a song that they put on a Johnny Cash, lullaby CD. So our son listens to a lullaby version of Ring of Fire. And so it's just, this is a song that has stood the test of time and decades, and how meaningful it is even just down.
And that's what songs do, awesome. Right? They connect us. I'll tell you a quick story. So we filmed this, and maybe about 6 months later, I'm vacationing with my family, and then a very young newborn baby and a 2-year-old girl. And my wife and I we're in Jamaica, West Indies, at this hotel. And I look over and I see, it's Johnny Cash and June Carter, his wife. So I kind of humbly went over and I said, Mr. Cash, and I directed Storytellers. It's so good to see you again. And because they were such nice people, they start talking. They didn't have to. We have like these two, little babies with us, and they said to us, he told me, he looked at me and said, I'm really proud of that show. He didn't have very long to live at that point, but he looked at me, and that that to me I don't need much else, but they did invite us over for dinner. And I wasn't sure, I wasn't 100% positive. It was like, we have these two little babies and,
right.
You really want us just to show up and if it was like.
They're not good dinner guests.
So I felt like, if they said, come over for dinner tomorrow night, we would have been there, but it was too general. So I said, maybe we should,
But, that's a tough one. Do I go
and not go?
Yeah.
How meaningful is that for Johnny Cash to say that you produced for somebody like Johnny Cash? That meant something to me. That's honestly,
he was proud.
That is something to be very proud of.
Oh, that's one of the best compliments.
It was touching greatness, their greatness, and just to be around it and just to be around someone that humble and that authentic, I think is.
That is that is absolutely wild.
And
For him doing, I got invited over to dinner with Johnny Cash. Like,
right.
I would tell a story to every new person I met.
And I feel like these two, not only just because they were superstars, made sense on stage for that reason, but I think that the humility alone and just the authenticism that those two artists have make them a perfect pair. It makes you so special to see them together.
For sure. That was an absolutely awesome video. You're 2 for 2 today,
right,
Michael.
well.
So thank you so much. Guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. Hope you enjoy your time here with us and Mr. Michael Simon, another great pick by him. But as we always send you guys out of here, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you. And remember, every single day that you guys wake up, it is a blessing that you are blessed. And for your new family members, to hit that subscribe button down below. We welcome you guys to the RSR family, but you have to go every day just like we do. Let them know, man.
Make somebody smile, you guys.
We love you guys. Till next time, we'll see y'all later.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.